2, 1.
Hey everyone, thanks for hanging back out with us again. Today I thought I got to pour some of our signature color we call Sweet Pea, and I ain't gonna tell you how we got the name, but it's a really cool natural color, and we're gonna pour it in the G6. We had an order for it, so we're gonna stock up. So we got all the molds. We're gonna do a 6-pack of them, and what's really cool about this is not so much the recipe, but the recipe is incredibly easy. It's super simple, and it's the technique on how I make the effect. So that's what I'd like to show you today. So here we go. We're gonna check it out. The sweet pea recipe. First things first is I got them all laid out. The way we're going to do it is I'm going to pour a half capsule just halfway up of the top color. So that's 6, which is 12 sides of the G6s. We're going to turn this on, and we're going to make sure these get warm enough to pour a nice skin pour on there, a nice capsule pour. And we got our cups of our DeadOn. We're using craw tube blend. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting our awesome marsh grass with just a drop of black and some green interference powder on for the capsule pour, and then just red interference for the throat, and then gold for the bottom. So we're going to get these going and show you what's up. All right, here's our beautiful craw tube. Now, what we're going to do is start with 40 drops of marsh grass from DeadOn Plastix. Alright, there's 40 drops. And then just to bump it up, we're going to add 1 drop of DeadOn Black. Just 1 drop is all it's going to take. And that'll really kick those color shifts that are already in it up. And then it's going to also enhance what we're going to add to it. Some 8-bit baits. We're going to use green highlight powders, and we're going to use a 16th scoop in there of green. This recipe is really simple. This is the most complex it gets. And then for the flake, I love this flake. Is a 0.040 coffee flake from DeadOn. I love the way it looks, and we're going to use the same size scoop. Just a little pepper in through it of that flake, and that's it. So now we're going to mix this up real good. See that rich marsh grass come through there? It's such a beautiful color anyway. It's like a greenish, goldish shift to it. And that coffee flake is just beautiful. Looks like it's setting up a little bit. So we're going to put this in the mic for another 30 seconds. Just get some more temp to it. And then we're going to get it in the vacuum chamber. And then we're going to show you how I capsule them. So we'll be right back for that. Alright, so the key to a good capsule is very hot plastisol and warm molds at the same time. So these molds are warm enough where you wouldn't want to hang on to them for too long, but they're not like gonna, boil water or nothing either. They're right in between there. So what I'm going to do is start in the head. If you've been watching, you've probably seen us do this before. And just let it run down and then run back into the cup. Run the excess off into the cup. And just like that. Let me show you another one. Give the cup a little swirl and it'll bring your flake up too. That's another little tip. Do the head. Make sure that head's filled. Just let it run down and run it back into the cup. Best I can anyway. Like that. just about halfway, not all the way down. I don't want a full capsule. So I'm going to go through and hit the rest of those real quick. All right, so there we are. They're all laid out, and that's why we didn't show you all of them. 6 cavities or 6 molds, that's 12 sides, so no reason to show you that 12 times. But one other step when you're pouring a capsule, if you just leave it, you can see that line where the plastisol settles. You'll see that in your finished bait. So what we got to do now is we're going to take our heat gun, and I'm just going to run it over and smooth all that out so we got a nice clean canvas to start with. Okay, so normally, or not normally, but usually, this is when I would skin pour the capsule, or like skin pour the throat down here before we pinch it all off and everything. But that's where the technique comes in. We're going to do the throat a little bit different. So where all this excess here, you're just going to pinch and clean it. Make sure you pinch it, don't pull it. Pinch it and clean it all up so we got nice clean edges. So we're going to clean all these up real quick and close them down, close them up, and then that's when I'll show you the trick. All right, there we are, clamped up. Got the hot plate turned on to 270. That'll be our finishing temp. And while that's heating up, before we get to the trick, we're going to have to prepare that throat color. So we're going to move back over and do that. Okay, now the other 2 colors, the throat color and then the belly color, are super simple. It's just a scoop of highlight powder. For the throat, we're going to use, this is only about a little less than for a half a cup, but we're just going to use the same scoop, about a 1/16, which is a pinch of red from 8-Bit Baits, and that's it. Super simple. And I've mentioned it many times on the show, but it's always worth mentioning that powders are hydrophobic, which means they don't like dissolving in liquid. So make sure you stir really, really good to make sure you don't have no chunks anywhere, and scrape your cup, the sides of your cup and stuff. Mix that in really, really good. Anytime you're using any kind of pigments, always want to mix it really well. You see that pink coming through there, that red? It adds a real cool effect on this trick I'm about to show you. I like it. It's just a different way of doing it. You don't have to pour it this way. It's just another way to do it. Alright, that's pretty mixed in good. Make sure the sides are scraped well. And we're going to give this one more 30 seconds in the mic. And just make sure everything is good temp. Alright. So I'm going to toss that in the mic for 30 seconds. Now, this is the little trick. First off, always wear gloves. Safety first always. Now to get it to just stay in the throat, since we didn't pour it like we usually do with skin pouring, we're just going to get, this is another mold, we're just going to lift it up. And then that will pour, that will keep just in the head. Keep that color just in the head. So we're going to get it in the vacuum chamber and then pour that real quick. Just so you know, this is how it looks from the side view. See, it's got a real nice big bend on it. And that'll keep all the throat color right in the head, in the throat of it. Okay, so now this is up to temp, and we're gonna make sure we get both sides of the hook slot evenly, and just pour just a little bit in there, just a drip, just a dab. Just try to make sure you get them close to even as you can on both sides of the hook slot. Like I said, you don't have to do it like this. You could just skin pour it. It looks cool too. But this just adds a cool effect when it's done. Nice and easy. Just a little bit. And then one more. And that's it. Now we're going to leave them like that while we start to prepare the belly color real quick. Now, same plan for the belly color. We're just using gold this time. Make sure you clean your spoon out. And then we're going to put gold in about 6. That's about 6 ounces. And then same thing. Stir that up real good. And then this will be the belly color. So that's all there is to this color. And then after this, that capsule pour we poured first with the marsh grass in it, that's what we're going to reheat. And look at that nice gold. That's what we're going to reheat and pour the tops off with it. So we're going to get this ready and pour this in the bellies. And at this point is when I'm going to drop the molds down so they're all flat again and off of that riser, off of that other mold. And the whole time the hot plate's been on, heating up the 270. So by the time we get to the top color again, the mold should be at the temps, the finishing temp. So we're going to put this in the mic real quick for another 30 seconds, make sure that's good. Get it in the vacuum chamber, and then we're going to take the molds and lay them flat. Alright, now we got our beautiful gold. Now we're going to pour it just to the top of the hook slot. In these molds, I like to fill that tail fin in and then run it back. Just to the top of the hook slot. Nice and easy. Fill that anal slim fin and then right to the top. And just fill that belly in. Nice and slow. Now with the molds that hot, I'm pouring this color is pretty cool. It's probably about 320. When the molds are hot, I don't pour my plastisol hot too, because that's when everything bleeds together, and if you have flake, it's gonna fall out, and it'll all sink. All your flake will sink. So if you have hot molds, then you want to pour cool plastisol. Or unless you're doing certain techniques like skin pouring and capsules, obviously. Those are a little bit different. But for standard pouring, nice and slow. Last one here. And that anal fin. Alright. That's it for that. Now, remember the marsh grass capsule we did? Well, we're just going to reheat what's left in the cup and fill this up. Top it off. Alright, so we got our marsh grass top ready, and it's just warm enough to pour it. So we're gonna nice and slowly run it into the tail. And then run it back. Nice and slow. Get it where it's just about to crown but doesn't. Is where I like to get it. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. See how slow it's pouring out? Whoop! Always one that's gonna mess me up. So don't pour like I just did. Try to keep it in the mold. Nice and slow. Takes a minute when you got 6 of them. And last one. Nice and slow, just like the first one. Alright. Now, we're just going to let that sit. And the reason you crown it just a little bit, as it sits, it's going to settle. And then it should settle nice and flat and have nice tops. Now, since we didn't rush the colors in between and we just let them sit there, or let the molds slowly get up to the temp, now the molds are going to be at the temp they need to our finishing temp. So right now we'll kick off the temp, the hot plate, and we're just going to let them chill out right there on the mold until they're cool enough to open them up. All right, we're back, and they're cooled off enough to mess with them. So let's open them up and see how we did. So here we are. Let's open them up and see how we did. Oh yeah. Come here. Look at that. Whoop. Very cool. Nice natural pattern. Look at that bottom. See that effect? We'll take them outside so you can get a good look of them. Very cool. Very cool. So we're going to open all these up. Here, we'll leave this one in. Very cool natural pattern. And then you see that gold and then red throat. Very cool. So we're gonna get all these laid out and get eyes on them, and then we're gonna take them outside for you so you can get a real good look at how they actually look under natural light. All right, here we are outside. Freezing cold and snowing, but still the best lighting. Look at that color. And you see, here, let me explain that. See that effect it does? Look at that. Isn't that cool? The way I poured that belly. Very cool. Very cool. Adds a real nice natural look to it. Very cool. So there it is. Whew, cold outside. So there it is. Tell me what you think. And very cool natural pattern in that you see how that effect in the belly of it does that little, just a little something. And of course, I know the whole argument, the fish don't matter. The fish don't care, but I care. I'm the one pouring it. I think it looks really cool. Nice little effect to it. So let me know what you think of this, and we appreciate everyone, as always, hanging out. And let us know what you want to see next. Till next time.
3, 2, 1.